want a movie that's coming out, or the documentary rather, that's coming out in the U.S. Tuesday nights. The one-time showing across the United States, 7 p.m. So that's Tuesday, January 7th at 7 p.m. You can check with fathomevents.com. That's FATHOM events.com. Or you can go to fandango.com to find out where it'll be playing. Get your tickets if you haven't already. We want to make this a really huge turnout, which it probably will be anyway. So we're here to celebrate the release of this documentary. You know, how many times can you go to the movie theater and see a movie about someone where the person is in the movie? If it's ever happened before, I don't know about it, but this is something that's, we're really lucky to have, and this is history in the making for the music industry, and also it touches a bit on traumatic brain injuries, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later on. The person that's going to be calling here in just a moment. All right, I believe we have our caller on the line now. Miss Tina, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How are you today?
I'm fine. And yourself? How's it going?
It's going great. Having a great time doing this show for your dear, beloved brother, Michael Hutchins. And we want to thank you for the books you've put out, and thank you for also calling into the show today.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm always happy to promote anything about Michael, really, because it seems like his time this year, last 2 years actually, with Richard Lowenstein's Mystify, and that of course comes to the U.S. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. across the country, and of course my book came out in Australia in 2018, but it came here 2019, and it seems to be doing very well. And, people are really learning so much more about Michael through these entities. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful. He's left us with so much. And I just, it's just a huge gift that we can pass on, because it's music that will never be out of date. It's timeless. And there's such a great message with every song, every lyric, even the sound. I mean, it's just all put together so well. And I can sit alone in a room and just listen to every song and just have these streaming tears, but they're of happiness, of joy, just thinking about what he was thinking when he was writing the lyrics, and and helping with the music and everything. I just couldn't imagine being that person. What an amazing life. I just couldn't imagine that. But we will not keep you. I know that you have a really busy schedule, but if there is anything you would like to say, to the fans out there that follow you, and of course follow all the things that are going on for Michael continuously, like the movie that's coming out and the books, and his music that will always be out there. Is there any little special thing you'd like to say to his fans?
Well, yes. I mean, I would like to say that I really appreciate this interest in Michael. I think he would be extremely surprised to think that, 22 years after he passed, that people were still very interested in him. And I just, I really would encourage you to go to the internet, fathomevents.com, and look up Mystify and go see it Tuesday night. That will be that's the thing I want the most for him right now, because you'll see and hear so many people who were close to him, and you'll learn so much more about him. So, that will make me very, very happy.
Okay, well, I know I'm going, that's for sure, and I know a ton of other people that are going as well. So we are very excited because it's taken a while to get here. So I know we're all pumped up about it. And again, thank you, Miss Tina, for calling in. And we'll definitely be look. Well, I haven't gotten your book yet. I need to because I want to get you to autograph it for me as well when I get to meet you finally, hopefully one day. So, but again, thank you for calling in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and enjoy the rest of the show.
I will. I'll be listening. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Petra, for
Yes,
having
ma'am.
me on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Tina.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Again, you're listening to The Rock Show with Petra, and this is to celebrate the release, the U.S. release of Mystify Michael Hutchence. That was directed by Mr. Richard Lowenstein, and it's going to be released this one time, which is Tuesday night, January 7th at 7 p.m., one showing. So make sure you get your tickets, fathomevents.com, to find out the closest theater to where you live so you can go to the right place. All right. Well, we've got our caller on the line. Craig, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for taking the time to call today. I understand that you are a really huge fan of Michael Hutchence as well, and you would like to share a few things with us.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. It's great to talk with you and to be on the show. And I got to say, it was really wonderful to hear Tina earlier. I'm really glad she called in. It was really great to hear her voice, and I got to amplify what she was saying before, is that, and this is very important. That, I mean, if you have a chance to go see this movie on Tuesday night, Mystify, it's really important. And I'm the only thing I'm upset about is the fact it's only going to be in the theater for one night. A movie like that should be, it should be in the theaters for at least a couple of weeks. Give everybody a chance to go see this thing. But nonetheless, I'm excited to see it, and I know it's going to be emotional. I'm going with some friends who got tickets right when they became available late last year, and we're just going to go and check it out and just take it all in.
Yeah, we're all excited about it, and 2 weeks is just the least amount of time it should be out. If I had my way, it'd be out at least 6 months because, just
Right?
even if you see it the first time, it's not enough because after that, we're just going to have our televisions, with the Blu-ray, DVD, or whatever. That's not enough. It's not the same kind of experience.
No, it's not. No, but I'm just I'm excited to go see it, and I'm glad there's a lot of fans that, from what I'm seeing online, especially, there's a big buzz about this movie. So, who knows? Maybe from the attention it gets, who knows? Maybe it might get an extended run. Who knows? You never know with these things. Yeah.
Well, it's going to have to, it's just going to have to because if I can only see this in the theater one time, I'm not going to be very happy. I've got to have that. I mean, it's like the fans when you go and see a show, a concert of your favorite band.
Right.
Is once enough? No, it's not. And everyone knows that. That's why they go on tour, twice a year, sometimes, at least once a year, sometimes 3 times a year, So it just depends on what they've got, what the albums are putting out and everything and what's going on for them. But it's the same thing to me. I mean, one time is just not enough. So hopefully there's someone just important enough out there that can make the change, that's hearing us, say this, and maybe it'll click in your head and think, oh yeah, they're right. I mean, how many times did you go see some of the other movies that were about celebrities or musical artists? I had to go see them more than once, and it wasn't even the person that was in the movie. It was someone else acting like the person. I mean, how can you? I mean, this is a huge thing. I mean, we'll probably never see something like this again. So, yeah, we got to have it in a lot longer than one night.
Oh, we'll just, what it is. We're going to make it count, and I think, and again, who knows? I think when this screening happens, and I'm hoping everybody's going to go out and see this movie. Again, you'll never know. I mean, somebody might come along and go, wait a minute, maybe this story needs to be told a little longer than just one night. Again, never say never. I'm an optimist. I would like to think, okay, that this could get some wheels underneath it and go, oh, okay, let's keep this going. But,
right. And again,
we'll see. We'll see. I know I'm going to be there Tuesday night. I'm going to go to the
there's going to be a lot of people out
with a few close friends, and we're just going to have fun, and hopefully it'll be really loud, so especially when the music comes on.
Oh, I know. What an experience. And again, everyone, the documentary, well, I'm calling it a movie because, starring Michael Hutchence. Come on, it's a movie to me. All right. It's a movie to me. So, again, it's Mystify Michael Hutchence, and it will be released for the first time and only time. Hopefully, we'll get more than that. Tuesday night, January 7th at 7 p.m. I believe it's 700 theaters across the country. And another thing about this that's important for everyone to know, it took work to make this happen. It took work for the film to be made. God knows it took work for that. And then for it to be, released in the U.S. So if you miss this, you're really going to hate yourself for it because this is a huge part of music history in the making. And it sheds a lot of light on what stars go through. And again, I will mention the traumatic brain injury. You will learn a whole lot about that, and that's all I'm going to take it. As far as I'm going to take it with that, you really have to see it. There's just a lot of we're trying to bring more awareness regarding traumatic brain injuries because this is not something you hear about daily, but you will find out when you go see the movie because you will. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, I know that you're on the phone. I mean, not on the phone, but on the internet right now. God, I'm dating myself, aren't I? I know you're on the internet right now looking for those theaters so you can get those tickets so we can see you out Tuesday night. To see the movie, and I will be in Vegas seeing it. That's where I'm going to be seeing it at. So, and also, I think there's a little something cool that happened with you recently, right, Craig?
I heard, and I'm not sure if this is for all the screenings. I could be wrong, but I know for the one I'm going to, they said I think the first 100 people that show up will get a copy of the poster.
Yeah, I saw that too.
If you get there early enough, and I think the first 100 or so will get a copy of the Mystify movie poster to take home.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah,
little initiative, but I mean, poster or not, I'm just amped to see the film. I don't know what it is about it. This music, especially Michael himself, has really taken on a new meaning for me personally because I was first introduced to INXS at a really young age. I just turned 12, and my family just got MTV, but we had a lot of local music video shows here in Los Angeles at the time, and the show that I got exposed to them on was a show called MV3, and they said we have this new video by this brand new band out of Australia that's making a lot of noise, and we heard this and we got to play this, so it's a song called The One Thing. And that was the first time I saw them. And then the song itself grabbed me. And then the image, I just thought, whoa, what's all this? Okay, and imagine me 12 years old watching this. I'd always been into music, and it was inspiring to me. And INXS with several other bands, mainly out of England, were inspiring to me to become a musician. So actually, thanks to Michael, and a lot of the bands that I discovered, aside from INXS, that came out of Australia, they inspired me, to pursue music. And so, thanks to them, I mean, now I just had an anniversary. I've been playing bass now some 30 plus years, and they just taught me to be myself, and it just taught me to be confident in whatever I was doing musically. And I hope I'm not rambling too much here, but recently, last Monday, I got the chance to play at the same venue that Michael played, was the Viper Room. I can go on and on about it, but the feelings you have and just the overall about Michael, about the band, it hit me really hard. So I think I'm just very grateful we still have the music. I'm grateful, Tina is with us to give us further insight into what he was like as a person, and I'm looking forward again to learning more about Michael in this documentary. And I don't know.
I know.
I'm not sure what else I can say.
Yeah, no,
I'm not sure what else I can say.
I totally get it, especially after that experience you had. I mean, that's something you can take you'll have for the rest of your life. So that's wonderful. I mean, how many people can say that? I mean, you're the only person I know that's,
Yeah.
that got to
I'm very
experience.
grateful. I'm very
So,
grateful for that opportunity. It was wonderful. So I would hope over YouTube their infamous gig at Magic Mountain in Valencia, California, which was videotaped. So if you want to get an idea of what they were like in those days, go back and watch
right.
that show. It's a very energetic show, and Michael's being very confident and being just this classic lead singer and very very much in control and having fun with the audience, and it's really it is amazing to see that. But I don't understand why it took so much to get this film here.
Yeah. Well,
because they INXS were huge here, especially, and then once Kick was released, that just took it into another galaxy as far as I'm
yeah.
concerned.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I don't know.
he's definitely,
I'm just glad it's coming. I'm glad we're going to get to see
yeah.
it, but. Believe me, you want to go after all everything
Yeah.
that went through to get this film here. Please go.
Well, there's
Please
so
go
much.
see this thing.
There's so much more behind it than if you're a fan of Michael Hutchence. There's so many different aspects of life and in the music business that a lot of people are not aware of, and you would really see things a lot differently, and from the human point, because he is a very wonderful, giving person, and just wanted peace throughout the world and love, and and he put a lot into that, charities and things like that were very worthy causes. So yeah, he's superhuman in my book. Well, I want to appreciate, I want to thank you rather, Craig, for calling in. Is there something
You're very welcome.
that we can put on for you?
Yes. Do you have a live version of everything?
Tell you what, I'll see what I can do. And thank you again for calling in. All right.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the show.
You too.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. I think we need to get this song on. Are you there?
Yes, hi Petra.
Thank you.
Yes, hi Petra.
Thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate it. And I know that you have some amazing things to tell us about, and some unfortunate things to inform us about in ways that we can help with that. So I'll let you take the floor. Again, this is Vincent Lamero, and he has done a lot of work. He's a huge fan of Michael Hutchence, and he's done a lot of work for some things for him that hopefully one day will actually happen. So here we go with Mr. Vincent. All right, you want to go ahead and tell us your works with the group page on Facebook, and just start there?
Yeah, no worries. We started the group in 2016, and we have 4,500 people around the world each day now who interact with us and tell their stories about Michael and share their memories and their videos, and just generally interact as a community. As you may be aware, we have the horrific bushfires happening here in Australia at the moment. And all through the month of January, we're raising awareness for a charity here called WIRES. WIRES aims to actively rehabilitate and preserve Australian wildlife. So all through January, we're asking our members through our group and those around to donate to WIRES and help out where they can.
Yeah, and the site for that, you guys, you can go to, well, you've got to join the group first. It's Honoring Michael Hutchence on Facebook. It's a wonderful group, wonderful people, and there's so many amazing pictures and stories that you can find there. It's just really great, and you can find the site link there for WIRES on that group once you join, and on my website as well, which is petraradioshow.com. You can go to that site and get it as well. They really need your help. So if whatever you can give to help, that would be really wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
That's great. Yeah, that's great, because to date there's been up to 500,000 animals lost here.
Oh, dear.
Fires. The fires are quite widespread around our country. And that's obviously a horrific toll. So, any donations we can get, not just honouring Michael, but obviously Michael was a great humanitarian himself. So he would certainly, I believe, would support this, and we thank Tina for her support with this as well.
Oh, I know it would be breaking his heart. Really, really Oh gosh, a great deal. I
It's
couldn't.
horrific. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that would just really just hurt him deeply. You've seen the movie, right? You've seen Mystify, correct? Have you seen it? You've seen it, surely you've seen it,
I
right?
certainly have. Yes. Yeah. I was fortunate to attend the premiere of it here in June last year, and I've seen it a few times since. Yeah, it's easily the best thing that's ever been made about Michael Hutchins's life. It's truly a great part of his legacy now. I would say it's the greatest part of his legacy, actually. To have a long lasting document on film about his life is something I believe is long overdue.
Yeah, definitely. And you said you got to see it a few times. See, whoever is out there, I know
I,
somebody is listening that has some pull with this in the United States. We need it more than once, you guys. So please help us out. We would like to see it a few times
yeah,
as well.
well, it's going to be quite a rush tomorrow, isn't it? Because it's tomorrow your time. It screens around the nation, doesn't it? Not?
Tuesday night, January 7th at 7 o'clock. So it's 777.
Excellent. Well, hopefully as many people as they can get to see it on the big screen, because it's really something to behold on the big screen.
Oh, I know.
You really have to it's quite an event.
Yeah, and you know, it's really a huge thing.
I think, it's obviously a tragedy that he's not here, but I think if he was here, he'd still be.
And that's one thing he really appreciated about people was helping others, you know. So yeah, he would greatly appreciate anyone that could help out with this. Any amount that you can give will help. Well, you need to see the movie. You can go to fathomevents.com and find out your local theater. Sorry, we miss him. Again, it's one-time showing in the U.S. this Tuesday, January 7th at 7 o'clock. I thought I was going to be able to keep it together. I'm sorry. And another message I have for you all. Oh, wait, and the movie name is Mystify. Michael Hutchins, directed by Richard Lowenstein. And you have to do is jump in that group, and see what's going on, and you'll feel so much better in just a second. I promise you. And then another thing about the brush fires in Australia, that's not really safe at all for anyone, especially the wildlife there. So you can go to WIRES, which is WIRES. You can find the link in the group, which is Honoring Michael Hutchins on Facebook. And you can go to my website, which is petraradioshow.com. And it's on the very front. You just scroll on it a little bit and it'll pop up. And please donate. Please help. Every little bit helps. All right. Well, we're going to go to this commercial break and then we'll end the show with some really cool tunes by Michael Hutchins, INXS. All right. So hang around, you guys. Part of this show. Again, this is Petra with The Rock Show at RadioVegas.rocks. Thank you all for joining in. And I hope you all make it to the theater Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Again, January 7th, Mystify Michael Hutchins. You definitely do not want to miss. All right, that was Stay Young, and I Send a Message again by INXS with the ultimate rock icon, Michael Hutchins at vocals. All right, there's only one way to end this show. Only one way. And again, thank you all for listening to The Rock Show with Petra. It was indeed an honor to do this show today. And thank you to Craig Claiborne for helping me put it together. I really appreciate it. There was a lot of love that went into this for the show and for the fans and for this movie that will be out again Tuesday night, January 7th, 7 p.m. across the United States. One-time showing. So you do not want to miss it. All right. Well, this is the only way, like I said, the only way to end the show.
That is, it's all over YouTube. Their infamous gig at Magic Mountain in Valencia, California, which was videotaped. So if you want to get an idea of what they were like in those days, go back and watch that show. It's a very energetic show, and Michael's, being very confident and being just this classic lead singer and very very much in control and having fun with the audience, and it's really it is amazing to see that. But I don't understand why why it took so much to get this film here.
Yeah, well, he's